Hello there, this is the Handshake with Million Komjisha. I'm joined by Paul Busharizi. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Kenya has agreed to, get some maize from Uganda. Some is 6.6 million bags of maize from Uganda. I thought we've been doing these things. I mean, like we knew we're biggest importers of maize to Kenya.
Exporters.
Rather exporters, sorry. Exporters, these things confuse me, like left and right.
I think the difference now is that it's being more formalized. Previously, it was just, it's being formalized and the quantities are higher. Previously, it was just farmers maybe riding their bicycles across the border with a sack of maize or a pickup or something. Now, when you go to levels of 6.6 million bags, that's just amazing. Yeah.
Why are they doing this?
Well, first of all, I think what has happened over the years is that the maize, can you call it the maize industry or the grain industry more specifically, which includes also beans and beans, groundnuts, sim, soya bean, all that, has become more organized through what they call the East African Grain Council.
Oh, yeah.
So they have organized farmers into groups. They have created a market by collection centers, and they essentially play the role of some sort of middleman between the suppliers and the market. And the market can be anywhere in the 10 countries that East African Grain Council operates in. So I think we've scaled up, obviously. We've obviously scaled up our production and we've scaled up our exports.
Yeah, talking of scaling up, says that our imports, rather Kenya imports sugar, maize, I beg your pardon, of about 78%. It has grown in January. So by 78%, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that is true about the region is that Uganda has the lowest cost of production of maize, as far as I know. In fact, in that same story which was talking about Uganda to export 6 million bags to Kenya,
yes,
they talked of the Kenyan farmers actually, they're not amused because this deal between the East African Grain Council, which is getting its maize from Uganda, and I think the grain board in Kenya, is shutting out their own Kenyan farmers because our maize is cheaper than their maize.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I mean, we're taking advantage of a situation like that, which is good, and the East African community opening up the borders, so that helps stuff.
What opportunities are there for Ugandan farmers?
No, I mean, this is fantastic. The interesting thing about maize, especially, is that it's not a staple food in Uganda.
Absolutely.
It is mainly institutions, schools, prisons who eat maize.
Yeah.
And that's a small proportion of the whole population. So we have the luxury of being able to ship out most of what we produce. The Kenyans, on the other hand, maize is a staple for them. So that's a ready market for our thing. That's one thing. So the market is there. And we've got this new arrangement where we can bulk our thing and send. But also our farmers need to improve their farming methods. I forget the statistics, but we are producing much less maize per acre than any other country in the region. We use crude methods. Sometimes we don't even line the maizes, we don't space it, we just broadcast. We don't use any kind of fertilizer, even before fertilizer, manure. We don't irrigate.
I mean, we're just gifted by nature.
Yeah, but we can do so much better.
True.
If we just added this. And also, secondly, we need to improve what we call post-harvest processing. So the maize, for example, I've been informed that one of the things about Ugandan soil is that it has a high concentration of what they call aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are, as they sound, toxins. They're toxic. So one problem with our maize is that if we don't treat it properly, it has a high level of aflatoxins. Now the Kenyans are not going to take our maize automatically. They're going to test it for aflatoxins. If it has aflatoxins, they throw us out. And they told me preventing aflatoxins getting to the maize is as simple as not drying the maize on bare ground. So
it's that simple.
Yeah, because when you put it on the ground, the thing, of course, whatever it is, not virus, but the organism that produces aflatoxins gets into the maize. But just by...
But I mean, that's what we usually do.
Yeah,
I've seen farmers, yes.
This story was saying that it's amazing how much aflatoxin there is in Ugandan maize and how we are toxifying ourselves. It's no surprise somehow that, you know, we have cancers also of jumping up.
Wow.
So it's as simple as, you know, laying, you know, maybe your, what tundubales do they call them, or sacks or something. Keep it off the ground.
True. Right. So does this pose any challenges for the Uganda
well, it could, because you know, we can end up a situation where we can end up in a situation where our farmers shift all their land or most of their land towards maize.
Yes.
And that can be a problem.
Absolutely.
As I said, East African Grain Council is works in 10 countries, and there's demand for maize in most of these countries.
Yeah.
You know, think of Kenya, Tanzania, Southern Africa. All these people want maize. So, you know, we can end up just forgetting about matoke and everything and just growing maize. Then we'd have a serious situation.
Wow. All right.
Serious food situation.
Anyhow, but that's really good news. 6.6 million bags of maize to Kenya. Is that going to be annually? Is that like...
It's probably growing. It's probably going to grow. Especially now that we are able to produce maize of the quality that is desired. Because the moment you can write a contract for 6 million means you can produce it.
True.
You can expect it to grow.
Absolutely. That's very good news for us as Uganda, and I hope farmers out there, you know what to do. Please make it better. Don't just do things for, right? Thank you, Paul.
Welcome.